This video will provide an overview of the group business case project you will be engaging in for ICT 355-555 Systems Analysis and Design. What will be covered in this video is the purpose and objectives of the group project, the overview of the group project intervals, how the project is graded, and resources available to your group for this group project. The group project will consist of the creation of a business case that follows the software development lifecycle, which will include documenting aspects of the project for system planning, systems analysis, and systems design, including the development of a prototype in a CRM system, as well as presentations of your business case and CRM development. In this project, you will be asked to utilize Agile-like structured analysis. Essentially, Agile techniques are going to be used to revise, extend, and merge earlier versions into the final project. This will be discussed in more detail in the individual interval videos. The objectives of this project are to design, develop, and implement a prototype in an enterprise information system based upon a business case which you will be building. You'll be applying principles of system planning, systems analysis, system design and implementation as part of the system design lifecycle, and again, the use of Agile-like techniques. There are going to be 7 intervals for this project, which are going to align to modules 2 through 8 of this course. Please also note that these group project intervals align to the chapter readings in your textbook. Your textbook is going to be a valuable resource for your group and for yourself for the development of your business case for this group project. There will be videos available for each project interval, which will provide more detail about each deliverable. This video in particular is going to give you an overview of what to expect for the total group project for this course. There are also interval assessments available on the D2L project group page that outlines each item that is expected to be completed with each of the intervals. Your instructor is also going to be utilizing these same assessments when they assess your group for each interval. Next, we're going to walk through at a high level what each one of these project intervals include. For project interval 1, this starts in course module 2. You will be creating the structure of your group SharePoint site. You will also be asked to complete the items that are highlighted in green, which is essentially an overview of your consulting group. So your group is going to be a consulting group, and the company that you choose to use for this project, which includes their vision, their objectives, and their IT environment, outlining their current IT environment and also their future IT environment and what the visions, goals, and objectives for that IT environment is. This will be the basis that starts off the phases of the software development lifecycle. Interval 2 is going to start in course module 3. You will be asked to complete again the items highlighted in green, which is covering the systems planning portion of this project. This is where you'll be planning out the 2 sprints you will be asked to develop in the CRM system. Sprints is an Agile-like technique that we will be utilizing with this project. Interval 3 starts in course module 4. You'll be asked to complete again the items highlighted in green, which is covering the systems analysis portion of this project, where you will be conducting analysis and documenting that information that you find on the systems, which includes the development and documentation of business models, process models, user models, or data models. Interval 4, which starts in course module 5, you're going to be again asked to complete the items in green, which is the beginning of the system design portion of this project, where you will be defining and documenting the requirements. In this interval, you'll only be documenting and defining the design and requirements for sprint 1, so items that you have chosen to put in sprint 1. This is again where we will be using Agile-like techniques to develop the first sprint of the system. We don't have enough time in this course to implement pure Agile systems development, so we are having you utilize Agile techniques for the design and development for this business case. In interval 5, which is course module 6, you're going to be asked to complete again the items highlighted in green, which is the beginning of the systems development portion of this project, where you'll be asked to develop what you designed in the actual CRM system for Sprint 1. You will create a presentation of what you have built for Sprint 1, which is essentially a demo of what you have built so the customer can see it and provide feedback on what things need to change or additional requirements they have now that they have seen what's been developed for Sprint 1. Please note that your instructor is going to be acting as your customer for this review. Also in this interval, you will be completing the system's design and requirements for Sprint 2, again using those Agile techniques. In interval 6, which starts in course module 7, You'll be asked to complete the items highlighted in green. You're going to receive feedback from your customer on your Sprint 1 CRM development and presentation. And with this interval, you will then need to take the feedback and make any adjustments to your system design section, which is your requirements, and continue the development of what you built based on that feedback. So we're getting into iterative development. You will also develop Sprint 2 in the CRM and create a presentation for what you have built for Sprint 2. The presentation, again, is essentially a demo of what you've built so that the customer can see it and provide feedback on what things need to change or additional requirements they have now that they've seen what's been developed. And again, your instructor will be acting as your customer for this review. The last interval, interval 7, starts and ends in course module 8. You'll be asked to complete items highlighted in green. You're going to receive feedback from your instructor, again, who's acting as your customer, on your Sprint 2 CRM development and presentation, and also anything remaining on Sprint 1 development. With this interval, you will then need to take that feedback and make any adjustments to your system design section, which is your requirements, and continue the development of what you built based on that feedback. You'll also be asked to complete a final presentation of your CRM. This is essentially an overview of your project, so not a walkthrough of your business case on your SharePoint site, but a summary of your business case, and then really showcasing what you built in the CRM system itself. So how is this project graded? So after each interval submission, the group is going to receive either a pass or fail grade. Your instructor is going to provide your group feedback, to which you can utilize to, if you received a fail, please don't get discouraged. Your instructor has the philosophy of continuous improvement and continuous learning. As long as you've made an initial effort on what you've submitted for your interval, and you receive a fail grade, and you get that feedback and you want to make improvements based on that feedback, you'll have the opportunity to work with your instructor to resubmit improvements to your interval. But again, please note you have to make an initial effort on your interval submissions to receive this opportunity. And then you can also use that feedback to make improvements for when you submit the final project submission. When the final project submission happens at the end of project interval 7, which is also course module 8, which is the final module of the course, you'll be submitting the entire business case, which will be on your SharePoint site, your Sprint 1 and 2 development, and the final presentation for your business case. Remember that you do get to pay your group, so there is a group assessment where you get to rate your peers and provide a grade for your peers. So please make sure that you are participating throughout the project. And your instructor also provides an assessment of the project as a whole. There are many resources available to you for this group project. Your textbook is one of your biggest resources for this project, so please make sure that you are following along with the readings. The readings are set up to align with the development of this group project. There's also going to be a sample business case, which does have the information for those software development life cycles documented in that. You can utilize that as a guide or a reference for the creation of your group business case. There's also reading discussion boards, which will tie to this group project. You'll have your group where you will be asked to meet with your group, so please make sure you are utilizing your group members. Please utilize the feedback that you receive from your instructor after each interval, and there will also be interval assessment documents available, as mentioned earlier, for each one of the intervals, so you'll know exactly what you need to complete with each interval. So just to review what was covered in this video, we talked through the purpose and objectives of this group project, the overview of the group project intervals, how the project is graded, and the resources. For further details about each of the project intervals, please refer to the individual project interval videos that will be available on the group project page.